Good morning and welcome to our very first edition of the Term 1 newsletter for 2026. A special welcome to all our new families to the Santa Sofia community. To our new families, this is how we do our newsletter. It's an e-newsletter, electronic, and it has built within it a video content. Now, over the years, I know that this video content has got longer and longer and longer. My original idea in starting an e-newsletter was because I understand that parents are time poor, that you'd be able to watch it on your phones while you're having your lunch break at work, while you're on the sidelines at kids' netball or football training, and to make it more convenient for you to keep abreast of what's happening at the college. However, that original idea of 5 to 7 minutes has blown out to 12 to 14 minutes. And I'm determined that starting from this edition, it's going to go back down to 5 to 7 minutes, as well as the PDF section of the e-newsletter about different college events that have taken place in the time period leading up to the newsletter. It's been a great start to the 2026 academic year. We've just had our period of our Ash Wednesday liturgies, which marked the beginning of the period of Lent. We're also planning for our open day, which is on the Wednesday, the 25th of February, 3:30 to 6:30. Please tell your friends, your neighbours, invite them in. So far, we've got over 700 people that have registered to attend. So we're getting bigger and better, and obviously the word is out there about our college. And of course, NAPLAN is on the horizon in March, and we are well underway with our preparations involving our Year 3, 5, 7 and 9 students. That's all from me. As promised, I intend to stick to my part and keep it down to a minimum of 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you, parents.
Welcome guys, I'm Mr. Edwards at Santa Sofia. This is Santa Sofia Spotlight for our students today. I'm a science teacher. I love my sports. I've been lucky enough to coach some students at this school, the likes of Zac Ward next to me here, who will be doing a spotlight now. A little introduction to Zac. Zac, do you want to just let us know who you are?
I'm Zac Ward. I'm a Year 10 student here. I'm 15 years old and love my sport. Been around a couple of sports, got decent high levels and just somewhat succeeded in Oztag, I guess.
Awesome. Love to hear it, mate. Luckily for me, I got to coach you through Oztag in your junior years, and I've seen you really develop. And we had such an amazing news over the holidays. Do you want to just share with the people watching and listening what that news was?
During the holidays, I got a phone call telling me that I've been selected for the Under-16s Australian World Cup Championship tournament in October, which means I'm representing my country in Oztag against all teams around the world.
So what makes you proud then? What do you think? You're putting on your green and gold jersey. When you got that phone call, what was going through your mind?
It was like a big hit of adrenaline for me. I kind of didn't realise what I've done until after the phone call and I thought about it. But when I got told, I was really amazed that I've been able to overcome that kind of excellence in sport in the area of Oztag, and that just I'd be able to represent my country in something that I love doing.
Awesome. What kind of mindset do you have? Because when I get out onto a footy field, soccer field, I might be a little nervous or that. What goes through your mindset to prepare you to compete at such a high level with the pressure that is on you?
Well, before all games, sure most athletes do, we all get really nervous, get some butterflies, but mentally I try to not think about the things I do wrong and just try to focus on my game to not affect the way I play and try reminisce on the things that I might do wrong. Just try and not overthink it, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. That shows through when I've been coaching you. Your confidence when you lead, you walk out onto that field. I remember a time when we played our NFL flag footy competition, which I know you don't like to talk about it because it's about you, but we will, because it's a highlight where we were down 20-0 at half time. We came back, a minute left. There was, 60 seconds left. We got the ball back. Last play of the game, walk me through a 20-all with 5 seconds left on the clock. What happened?
Oh, it's a bit of tension there. We were getting set up, like I reckon 20 metres out of our end zone. And my mate Tyler Hawkett was on the wing, and he kind of looked at me and gave me a nod, like telling me like he's got it, like he's gonna go. And I kind of just looked around. I caught a play going to the left, and I saw the defence shift. So I nodded at Tyler, got the ball, pegged a Hail Mary down the sideline. He caught it, and we won the game.
And what went through? As soon as you threw that ball, it's launched, and you can see Tyler run in. What came over you? What did you feel?
Well, as I saw it in the air, I was getting kind of nervous. Like, wasn't far enough. Is he gonna get it? But once I saw him catch it and go over the end zone, it was just like relief. Like somehow we pulled that out of nowhere to win that game. We all kind of just ran to the try line and just celebrated as a team, having a good time. Yeah.
Awesome. So on that play though, you visualized obviously what you premeditated what was going to happen on that play, because you said you and Tyler nodded. You said, "Yep, this is the play we will be designed for." Visualizing and thinking, okay, the future. How has that given you the confidence, not only in Oztag, but just at school to grow and develop yourself?
Well, in moments where it's like tough or I feel pressure on myself, I can just always think like, I can think of ways, or like, for instance, I thought of a play just then that I knew would work. Like Tyler's a lot taller than the defence. I knew he'd be able to get over it. So like in school, that could mean like, I know I'm good at this certain subject or this topic. I can know like, I can believe in myself and just try my best to do it, and it might succeed.
Awesome. Like problem solving. And people don't realise how we can intertwine what we do on a sports field back in our own classroom. Yeah. Well, Zac, thank you for coming onto this little spotlight of Zac Ward at Santa Sophia.
Thanks,
it's amazing to obviously not only have you in here, but for the students to see what you achieved and what you are going to achieve in the future. So everyone make sure you tune into the Oztag World Cup, which is happening at Coffs Harbour at October. Hopefully you all have KO and we can support. If we're at school, we'll have to talk to Mr. Vries about putting live games on the TV in the classroom, so we can all cheer you on in the green and gold, buddy. But thanks for coming in, mate. Appreciate it. We can't wait to see further success for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Vecchio and I am the leader of Formation and Mission here at Santa Sophia. Last week was a really significant one for our community. We moved from feast to fast, from the pancakes of Shrove Tuesday to the quiet, prayerful reflection of Lent during our Ash Wednesday liturgies. Ash Wednesday marks the start of the Lenten season, a 40-day season in the Church's liturgical calendar that invites us all into a renewed journey of conversion. As a Catholic school, this is one of our most visible expressions of our Catholic identity. During the season of Lent, we are called to hit the reset button on our spiritual lives and find our way back to what truly matters. We do this in 3 ways: through prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. So prayer is about more than just saying a quiet prayer to yourself. It's about finding that collective pause as Catholics in a noisy world during the Lenten season. It's our chance to listen rather than just talk. Fasting isn't just about giving up chocolate, it's about making space. When we empty ourselves of distractions during Lent, we can make more room for God in our lives. Almsgiving is the outward part of Lent. It's how we show mercy to others because we've recognised God's mercy shown towards us. So this year, let's see Lent as a path to true wisdom through faith, hope and love. Wisdom through faith allows us to trust in God's plan even when we feel vulnerable. Wisdom through hope reminds us that this season isn't about gloom. It's about the light of the resurrection waiting for us at Easter. And finally, wisdom through love calls us to turn our hearts outward, serving our community with the same mercy we have received. As we begin this Lenten journey together, students, staff and families, let's take this collective pause as an opportunity to reset, reflect and grow in wisdom through faith, hope and love.